everyone, Goddess of Awesome here, and today is May 4th, 2018, and interesting stuff. So, my master plan didn't work of paying my rent online and having my bank be cool and paying the rent till the PayPal thing happened so I could get my rent paid on time. So today's the 4th. I have until tomorrow evening. After tomorrow, I'll have a $250 late fee. So it bounced back. My bank did not honor that transaction. Totally bites. And now I have a $25 bounce back fee from my leasing company, which isn't as bad as it could be, right? 25 bucks isn't as bad as 250, but now I know that my bank won't cover the rent if there's nothing in there. I had the PayPal thing came through last night, so I transferred it today. So that's $2,000, you know, and I did make some money yesterday, so I'm almost there, but I'm not there all the way. So I'm still like 100 and something short. Would have been 115 plus a 25. That's like what, 140 bucks or 50, 150 bucks. I don't know. I'm not the best at math. Short. So I have to work, and I've been heard of a couple sites that might be doing some good stuff. One of them I went to just now, and on the top it said they're experiencing much greater volume than normal. Gee, I wonder why. And that they have to put in some new servers, which will be completed by the end, like by the 3rd week of May. So the site will be very slow until then, but still able to function and work. I believe it's a free ad. I started the process just now, and then I got busy. I went to my email to see if I could locate some of my words that I used. If I have any, I don't want to rewrite my whole ad. I like what I said before. And if I put out what I said before, people will know it's me, you know. Of course, my photographs, but you know, there's two schools of thought on advertising. One, you should change it all the time. Change your pictures every month. You know, change your words all the time. You know, keep it fresh. Yeah, that's one way to do it. And maybe some cities need that, like Los Angeles. Los Angeles is a town people get bored fast. Maybe New York is like that too. I, on the other hand, go with the other school of thought, which is keep it the same. You know, when you keep your ad the same, people get comfortable and they get familiar with it. I've changed my photographs. I did an updated photo shoot and updated my photos on some ads when, you know, traveling around, and people were confused. They weren't sure if it was me. When they got me on the phone and came in person, they're like, oh my God, it is you. I didn't know because your photos are different, and I got confused, you know? So some gentlemen appreciate an ad that doesn't change because they are looking for it. They're looking for the ad they saw before, you know? And if you change your stuff a lot, they may find you, but they may be uncertain they found you, and they're not sure, and they don't know if they're going to pull the trigger, you know? They don't know if they should go for that. So I haven't checked my emails in a long time, right? I've been doing other things. I've been making videos for you. I've been making videos, posting it on Facebook now. I've been creating content for my website. I've been caring for my horses. I had 2 that needed to see a veterinarian. One last Sunday and one the Sunday before. I've been watching them like hawks. Like, there's just so much to do right now. You know, so not enough time, not enough hours in the day, not enough days in the week to get everything done. So thought about selling my horse. I'm still thinking about that. No, I haven't written that email yet. I'm dragging my feet there. I don't really want to sell her. I did have that full money come back, thank God. You know, I really would have loved that full, but that was $2,000 I returned to me last night. And that baby's going to be born in 6 weeks. I read the contract. 72 hours after that baby's born, within 72 hours, I would owe another $2,000. And then, of course, more till the baby is fully paid for. Yeah, I'm not hanging with some cheap horses. My horses are unicorns, and their fees for that are appropriate to the magic that they possess. They're not a horse that everybody can afford. There's a lot of things that lure me to the beauty of these horses. Mostly their brains. They're gorgeous to look at, but it's their brains. So let's get back on topic. My emails have been going crazy. People are emailing me from towns that I haven't been to in a long, long time. Hear the train going by? I live in Cowboy Town. I do. It's a beautiful blessing. I love being in Cowboy Town. You wouldn't even know it's a cowboy town, that LA could even have one, but it does. All the Lone Ranger, the original Lone Ranger series, were shot in the hills where I ride my horses, which is all right here, just right here. Throw a rock almost. Blow a feather and hit one of the trails. Hit lots of trails. So, yeah, tons of people are freaking out right now. One of the subjects, you know, how the subject matters you could put on the subject line was lost. That's what that person said. Feeling lost. Don't know what to do. Don't know where to go. So, you know, as much as I don't want to do a trip right now, dang, it might be so smart to do a trip right now. I might have even better days than normal. Because, one, nobody can find anybody. Two, people are starving for their treatments. You know what I mean? A lot of guys don't get this all the time. You know, a lot of guys don't go see a provider every week. You know, some of them see one once a month, every other month, once a year, once every few years. But now the cookie jar has been put up really, really high out of reach with a big red label on it that says no. You can't have a cookie. No, you can't. You want one, but you can't have one. And that cookie jar has so many beautiful cookies in it. There's sprinkled cookies and chocolate chip cookies and sugar cookies and all sorts of magical, unusual cookies, you know. And now people want their cookie more than ever. More than ever. So as much as I just want to stay home and plug away at my work, my creative work, to free myself from this industry, wouldn't it be almost smart to go sample the market right now? See what it's all about. The sites are gone, but I have tons of emails. And if any providers are out there watching this right now, get on the email bandwagon. How do you do that? Well, you might consider creating a personal website if you have not already. And you should maybe require people to email you in order to get your phone number. That's how my site is set up. You cannot find my phone number anywhere on my website because it's not there. You can't call me out of the blue. You have to fill out the form, the email form for more information. You have to send a request to me, and then you tell me your name and your phone number. I get your email address. You get to send me a little message. But I have your email address now. And now I have a way to communicate with you in the future if I need that. See, there's a couple reasons to do it. Now, who could have foreseen this? Who could have foreseen it? You know, I don't know how many of us have been paying attention to Capitol Hill, observing all the things that are going on related to us. I'm not one of them. I don't have cable. I don't subscribe to cable. I have not had cable since I was a little girl. I'm not in the habit of watching television. I could afford cable if I want. I don't have any desire to watch cable. I do the box sets of the shows that I like. I don't want commercials. And also, I have horses and other things. There's a lot of busyness that I do. I don't have time to sit down in front of a television and numb out. And I wish I could. Lately, especially since I've been so busy, I could use some of that. But there's a couple reasons why email lists are powerful. One, if you get arrested, if you should unfortunately ever have to go through that or ever go through that, you're going to be terrified and scared pissless to advertise, right? You might want to change your name and your phone number and your look. You might use stock photos. You might change a whole bunch of stuff so you're unrecognizable, right? What's that going to do? It's going to lose you a lot of clientele they're used to your ad looking a certain way. you're gonna lose them because you're gonna change your phone number, you know. But if you have them email you, no matter what changes in your life, you can always reach out to them via email and update them. Update them with a new website you created, with a new phone number, with a new email address you're going to start using. All of that pertinent information you can share on the quiet. You know, you can sneak into areas like I might do. I'm considering it highly. Sneak into some towns unseen, right? Because you're underground. See, I believe this industry is going to go underground more than ever until we rise up together. So I'll be part of that movement, no doubt. You know, we have to get out and speak about this. Unfortunately, get over the fear of sharing our faces and talk about things that are relevant. You know, I mean, I could just not talk about this and go move on to other subjects and totally abandon the adult and entertainment industry, but I've been in this gig for over 2 decades. I know a lot about it, and I can't leave you behind. I can't leave my brothers and sisters behind, and I don't want to leave you behind. People are hurting right now. People need someone like me, a voice of courage, to be brave and bold and daring and get up and speak it. Because not all of you can do that right now, and I get that. We have very many reasons why you can't, and I understand that. So if you need somebody in the future to come speak at any kind of rally or convention or any kind of thing as moving progress forward for bringing civil rights to the sex worker and asking Capitol Hill to amend this unfair law, then I'll be part of that. You just say the word and I'll be there. So that would bring me up to the second reason of why it's important to create an email list, you know? Because this, what's happening right now, is a wonderful reason to have an email list. I have 15,000 emails that I can go through right now. Do you know how long it's going to take me to do that? A few days. But a few days of work emailing everybody in the world that has ever emailed me. Now, some of those emails will bounce back. So not all those email addresses will still be live. But there'll be handfuls that are still live. And those persons at this point especially might be so grateful to hear from somebody they've already seen, somebody they know gives a quality session, somebody they know is safe. And they'll feel even safer now knowing that all the advertising venues are gone. How would anybody even know you're coming into town? Because you do it on the quiet now. Okay, so here's my little, words of wisdom to anybody in the industry. We have until the end of the year. We have until the end of the year before these laws really solidify and go into action. Now, they went into action already, right? They went into action just a couple days before the bill was signed because they knew it was happening. So they didn't want to waste any time. They were so excited. They were like this, oh yes, let's get them. And they did. They went and got them, So today's May 4th. Let's count this month. May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. We have 8 months. 8 months, people. 8 months to secure yourself to the best of your abilities. If you're a sex worker, please listen. I'm not trying to promote my industry. I'm obviously trying to get out, but I know a lot. I've been in for 21 years. Whatever venues of advertising you can locate, first you need to set up a private website. Do it as classy as possible. Don't say too much. Just enough, to let people know what's up. I don't know about putting a calendar up on there. There's two minds of thought with that. A, it's nice to let people know. B, you could be letting the people you don't want to know find you. So I don't know about a calendar. I don't have a calendar on mine. If you want to know what's up, where I'm at, where I'm going, email me. See, there's so many reasons to encourage people to email you. If they want your phone number, they should email you. If they want to know your traveling schedule, they should email you. If they want to know your hours of operation, they should email you. I mean, you can probably think of a few more reasons why they should email you. Any suggestion you can give them to email you is going to be advantageous to you. So you can start your email list, you know. Now, I did this years before. I got popped. I got arrested, a big one. I've been arrested a few times, but a really big one in 2015. Really knocked the wind out of my lungs, you know, and scared me beyond belief. Before that arrest, I had all my cities organized in documents. All my people from one city, their email addresses were here. All my people from another city, their email addresses were here. So it was really easy when it came time to email them. I just opened up that document and I went down my list and I emailed each person individually. Don't send out a whole big old mass email like spam situation. Take the time to email them individually, personalize it, like put their name in it. There's going to be a certain set of words you say to people. You don't need to change that all the time. You know, it's going to be the same thing you say to everybody anyway. So have whatever the bulk message is be what it is. But if you can, if they share their name, address them by their name. It makes it better for everything. It makes them feel like you remember them and that they're valuable to you. It's just good human relations to use a name, speak to people, use their name, address them by their name if you can remember. Now, if you don't remember their name confidently, don't say it, because there's nothing worse than telling somebody a name that isn't them. That's like defeats all the purpose, you know? So if you can't remember their name right off when you see them in person, just be like, hi, it's great to see you again. If they share their name along the way, then you can say goodbye, so-and-so, it was great seeing you. You know what I mean? You can be witty about it. You don't have to divulge instantly that you don't remember their name in person. But if they're emailing you, use their name, because they're going to probably say, hi, my name is, or they're going to sign their name. Thank you so much, so-and-so. Some people don't use a name at all. In that case, just say hello. Hello, thank you for your email. That's usually how my mind begins. So yeah, emails list is probably going to be what will help you survive. It's going to take extra time. It's a pain in the ass, but it will pay off. It pays off on a few reasons. You know, A, you can keep your client list and definitely try to keep it on the quiet. You're not going to be sharing your client list with anybody, you know. And B, you know, keep you safe. If you ever got popped, you could still talk to your people without going on the advertising venue that the bad people found you. And I'm not talking about, you know what kind of bad people I'm talking about. The ones that put you in jail. Not that they're completely bad, right? They exist for reasons, you know, civil servants of being good, but helping everyone stay safe, you know, but right now, they're kind of being assholes to us, you know. So you don't want to give up your position. You don't want to, if it was a game of chess, you know, you don't want to play, you want to play smart and calculative in a good way. Be calculative in a good way. Be smart, you know. So that's all I wanted to say right now. I just checked my email for the first time in a long time, and I am so surprised. I shouldn't be that surprised though, right? People are freaking out. People don't know where to go. People don't know who to trust. So they're reaching out to the people they've seen before, who they've emailed before, who they trust. So now is a greater time than any to start accumulating your people, start getting your email list. If you have previous clients who only text you, or whoever's in your phone, you know, that's given you permission to contact them. See, some people don't want to be contacted, so, you know, choose wisely who you reach out to. You don't want to get anybody in trouble, but you could always text people on your phone too and say, hi, you know, You don't have to say too much. Less is more, always less is more. You could just shoot them your email address that you're going to use and just say, this is my new contact. That's all. Who could misread that? An email address with, this is my new contact. They're going to know who you are if they have you saved in their phone. And they might appreciate that. And again, being on the down low, right? Be quiet about it. You don't need to say a whole bunch of words like, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and I'm offering this and I'm offering that, and this is the rate and this is my email address. You don't need to say any of that. Just put your email address and say, this is my new contact. Any foreign eye or any eye that doesn't need to know would never get to know from that little message. How you'd have to be beyond brilliant to read into that. Oh, someone just sent you a new contact information. They must be a sex worker. You know what I mean? So be on the down low as best as possible. And right now might be the better time to work in general because, like I said, the cookie jar is really, really high up there. And everybody seems to want a cookie now more than ever because they've been told, no, you cannot have that cookie. You want that cookie? You're on a diet. I'm forcing you. You can't have nothing good, no sweets, no starches, no refined sugar. No, you can't even have honey. Nope, you can't have that. If it tastes good and it's sweet and it's yum yum, you can't have it. Isn't that funny? Human minds are bizarrely interesting. You tell us not to do something or we can't have something and we shouldn't do that because we just, for no valid reason, just you can't. You can't. We want it more than ever. And it doesn't matter what it is, you know? You can't watch television. You can't get in the swimming pool this summer. You just can't do it. You're going to be hot as hell, but you cannot go swimming. Don't even think about, you know, don't even think about it. You can't wear makeup anymore because we have a new law that says you cannot wear makeup. I mean, I'm just throwing out some silly things, but I mean, just think about it, you know? When's the last time someone told you you couldn't have a drink? You can't do that. You can't smoke. You have to quit smoking cigarettes because I told you. What was that? I didn't hear you. What did you just say? That's most human beings' responses to that sort of thing. You can't eat cheese anymore. And you can't have meat anymore because I said so. People are lame. The more you tell people not to do something, the more they're going to run after it. So America probably takes the blue ribbon doing that. You know, there's some countries out there who they don't care what the hell you do. Do whatever you want. Everything's legal. And their problems are minute. Their STDs are small. The percentage of their population is small who have them. You know, you don't see a lot of problems in those countries like you do in our country. So that's all I wanted to say, you know. Clientele is freaking out still, and they're going to be freaking out for a while. So do yourself a favor if you are a sex worker and start making them email you. That should be your primary means of communication. A phone is great, but make them earn that phone number by emailing you. It will keep you safe, and it will keep your clientele list growing. And you're going to need that. You're going to need that desperately. Especially if you don't find a way out before the end of the year. You know, I suspect before the end of the year I'll be free. 100%. But for those of you who are just now starting to think about ways to get out, or maybe you don't even ever want to get out. Maybe you're happy with this lifestyle, and that's totally cool. I respect you. Tip my hat to you. And thank you for being valuable sexual healers to society. They're needed. But you're going to have to be covert. You're going to have to go underground. And the best way to do that is emails. So I got a ton of emails right now from areas I have not been to in a long time. I've been to 36 states and 58 cities, so imagine how many emails I get to pillage through. That's a lot of clientele lists. If I made one for every single town, that's going to be 58 different lists, and I won't do that. There's several many that are worthwhile to go to. I know where they are. On some level, I wish I could share that information with you. I don't know a healthy way to do that without getting in trouble, you know. But anyways, so that's all I know for now. So I just thought I'd make this little quick video for you. Isn't that all interesting, you know? So that people are reaching for us more than ever. People are feeling lost, and people are freaking out. They don't know how to find their therapists. They don't know how to find their therapy. They're positive outlets. There absolutely should be positive outlets for sexual energy, 110%. So that's all I have for you right now. If you found any validness, any validity or value in this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to know more, please subscribe. And in the meantime, bright blessings and be well.